Lewis Hamilton didn't hold anything back after his intense radio clash with his Ferrari race engineer. This moment, which might have sounded like a regular disagreement to casual fans, was actually a sign of something much deeper and internal struggle that has been growing since Hamilton first joined the team. The tension, the miscommunication, and the mounting frustration all came to the surface during this latest Grand Prix. Hamilton, a seven-time world champion known for his focus and calm, finally let the cracks show. And what followed was not just a comment, it was a verdict, a loud, clear warning aimed directly at the heart of Ferrari. The race itself looked ordinary on paper. Charles Leclerc made it to the podium. Hamilton finished in the top 5. Ferrari collected valuable points, but behind those results was a different story. A story of mistrust, strategic hesitation, and frustration that's now threatening to fracture one of the biggest driver-team partnerships in recent Formula One history. It all started to fall apart in the second half of the race. Up until then, Hamilton had kept things under control. He was managing his tires, holding his position, keeping the fight alive. But with around 20 laps to go, a message from his race engineer changed everything. Box now. This is optimal, a standard call in Formula One. But this time, Hamilton wasn't buying it. His response was quick. "I'm not convinced. The tires feel fine. Are you sure?" His voice was sharp, filled with doubt. That one moment told the world everything it needed to know. The trust between Hamilton and the Ferrari pit wall was fading. It wasn't just about strategy, it was about belief. Belief in the team's decisions, belief in the people guiding the race, and right then, that belief was clearly missing. This moment wasn't random. It's the latest in a growing pattern. Back in Canada, Charles Leclerc experienced something very similar. He wanted to take a risk, go for a bold one-stop strategy. He felt the tires could last, but the team overruled him. They stuck to their plan, and it backfired badly. A possible podium vanished, and frustration spilled out. Then came Miami. This time, it was Hamilton pushing the pit wall, asking why. They wouldn't let him pass his teammate. Again, hesitation, again, confusion, and again, a lost opportunity. These aren't isolated mistakes. They're symptoms of a team struggling to make the right calls at the right moments. And for someone like Hamilton, who's built his legacy on precision, timing, and ruthless execution, this kind of indecision is hard to accept. Every race, every call that goes wrong chips away at the confidence he has in the team. And now, after this latest exchange, it's clear that something has to give. But the issues go even deeper than radio strategy. They go right into the design of the car itself. One of the biggest challenges Hamilton has faced since joining Ferrari has been adapting to the brake system. It's not something most fans notice, but for a driver, brake feel is everything. At Mercedes, Hamilton had complete confidence in his braking. The system was built to his liking. The response, the modulation, the behavior, he knew it perfectly. Ferrari's system is different. It uses different components, has a different feel, and for Hamilton, it's been a constant struggle. He's talked about it before, quietly, calmly, but consistently. The brakes don't give him the same feeling. He doesn't trust them fully, and that lack of confidence has been costing him time, especially in critical moments when he needs to push hard or defend his position. And when you don't trust your brakes, everything else becomes harder. Corner entry, tire wear, confidence under pressure, it all suffers. That's not the only technical issue. Ferrari's current car setup has also been shaped around Leclerc's driving style. Charles prefers a car that's sharp at the front, with more oversteer, allowing him to rotate quickly through corners. Hamilton's style is different. He prefers more stability, more balance across the car, but so far this season, the setups have been leaning more toward Leclerc's preferences. That's created another layer of discomfort. Hamilton is trying to push a car that isn't built around him, and when he tries to match Leclerc's style, the rear tires degrade fast, the balance disappears, and the car becomes unpredictable. This kind of technical disconnect isn't just frustrating, it's demoralizing, and it feeds the larger problem. Hamilton wants to lead this team. He wants to bring his experience and instinct to help Ferrari rise again, but so far, it feels like the team is asking him to adapt completely without meeting him halfway. That tension between a driver trying to lead and a team trying to control was all over that radio message. It was more than just a disagreement. It was a line being drawn. After the race, Hamilton didn't stay silent. He spoke clearly to the media. No shouting, no emotion, just sharp words that cut deep. We can't keep having these conversations. Mid-race, he said, I'm here to win, and that means clarity, trust, and the right calls. That was it. The message was clear. No more room for mistakes. No more blind trust. From now on, things needed to change. This was Hamilton's way of saying that the current system is not working, that the mistakes aren't just bad luck, they're patterns. And if they don't break those patterns, they're not going to win anything. And it wasn't just directed at his engineer. It was aimed at the entire Ferrari structure, the people making the plans, calling the strategies, building the car, everyone. But what does this mean for the future? That's the question now. Is this just part of the normal adjustment period between a new driver and a new team? Or are these the early signs of a much bigger problem? Right now, it could go either way. The car has shown signs of speed. Hamilton and Leclerc are scoring points, but the cracks are growing, and if they're not addressed soon, they could become impossible to fix. The fear is that Ferrari could waste another season, that the talent is there, the car is good enough, but the internal structure can't deliver. And in Formula One, that's a disaster. You don't get many chances to fight at the front. If you blow them, they're gone. And for Hamilton, time is running out. He didn't join Ferrari to rebuild. He joined to win. And he needs a team that's ready to fight with him, not against him. That means changes, not just to the car, but to the process, the communication, the leadership. Ferrari needs to stop second-guessing itself and start trusting the people who know how to win. And that starts with listening to Hamilton. He's not trying to take control for ego. He's doing it because he's been here before. He knows what it takes, and if Ferrari can't give him that trust, he'll never be able to give them the results they need. The next races will be crucial, not just in terms of points, but in terms of direction. Will the team finally start to align behind Hamilton's feedback? Will they give him the car setup he needs? Will the strategy calls become sharper? Or will they keep falling into the same traps, losing time, losing positions, and losing trust? It's a delicate moment. The whole world is watching. Other teams can smell the uncertainty. Rivals are ready to strike if Ferrari keeps slipping, and internally, the pressure is massive. Every mistake now feels bigger. Every decision carries more weight. And Hamilton, who once looked like the calm center of the storm, is now showing signs of real frustration. But frustration can be a good thing if it leads to action. If Ferrari can take this moment and learn from it, they still have time. Time to fix the car, time to rebuild trust, time to turn the season around. But if they don't, if they keep making the same mistakes, this could be the beginning of a much deeper collapse. Because this isn't just about Lewis Hamilton and his engineer. It's about Ferrari's future, about whether they're truly ready to become a winning team again, or if they'll stay stuck in a cycle of talent wasted, potential lost, and dreams never fully realized. Hamilton's message wasn't loud, but it was powerful. It was a warning. And now, Ferrari has to decide how to respond. If they choose to listen, to adapt, to support their driver fully, there's still hope. But if they stay stubborn, if they let pride and politics get in the way, then this season could slip away just like so many others have. It all starts with one thing: trust. Trust between the driver and the team. Trust in decisions. Trust in direction. Without it, no car, no driver, no strategy will ever be enough. And right now, that trust is on the edge. The next few weeks will tell us everything. Hamilton's warning has set the tone for what comes next at Ferrari. The spotlight isn't just on performance anymore, it's on relationships, leadership, and accountability. Behind the scenes, the team must now answer questions they've tried to avoid. Can they give their star driver the confidence he needs? Can they improve communication between pit wall and cockpit? Can they shift from reaction to precision?